Hi, I'm Eva Salyer, and this is Anxiety Art Episode 1. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Please subscribe and like this video. It helps more people see my art, and that means a lot to me, so I really appreciate you doing that. So what's anxiety art? Well, it's art you make while you feel anxious. So, or angry, or mad, or pissed off, or aren't all those the same thing? Or when you're afraid, or when you're yeah, there's just when you're just feeling off. Um as soon as you start feeling off, dude, grab those paints, grab a canvas, grab something. Any kind of like liquidy paint will work, any kind of surface that holds paint will work. You know. So grab all that stuff and then get ready to be distracted. Let the art be distracting. Let the art be a little wedge that gets in that thought process of you going like, I suck, I fucking suck, and everyone fucking hates me. Let the art be a little wedge in that, and just for a moment you get a little piece. A little piece. Shut your mind up. Your brain and mind want you to push paint around, and we're gonna do it right now. So get ready to make anxiety art. It's art that you make when you're feeling weird, and you intentionally put your weirdness and feelings into the act of making the art. It doesn't matter how it comes out. It could be absolute shit. It is okay. It's the act of making the art, okay? So this thing that you make could be the background of the best painting that you ever made if it doesn't turn out to be the art. You could end up strapping a chain to this and wearing it around your neck like Flava Flav and yelling, yeah, boy, all around your city. You could do that. You could do whatever you want with your art. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. The only thing that matters is that we're picking 3 colors, we're grabbing one paintbrush, we're going to push paint around on a page or a canvas. Okay? So, anyway, thank you for tuning in to my first show. If you have any feedback on anything I'm saying, how I'm saying it, do I talk too fast? Am I being weird? I'm not going to put on, you know, I'm not going to be like a super glam girl for you guys. That's just not how I am. I'm going to be myself, and I want you to be yourselves. And I expect you to come in here full basket case status like I am. And anyway, Hot Mess Express is about to take off. So hop on the train. We're going to have mega fun, okay? So thank you again for tuning in. Bye. Okay, so the first thing I do in the video is grab my palette knife, right? I'm going to use this to take the paint out of the containers so that I'm not getting a million brushes dirty and having to clean them over and over again. So I'm just going to scoop out the paint um, with my palette knife and put it right on the canvas. If I was using tube paint, because this is anxiety art, right? I'm not in the best mood when I'm making this art. I just want to kind of just get going. So if I was using a tube paint, I would just squeeze it directly onto the canvas. I wouldn't put it on a palette first or mix water with it or anything. Just boom, squeeze it across the bottom. I'll do another video with tube paint if you want to see that. Just mention it in the comments. All right, so I'm just taking a crappy towel and wiping off my paint, right? Don't think too hard, just keep going, just make the art. The whole point of this is to just kind of change your mindset, right? Got a really pretty orange color here. I actually really like how purple and orange mix together. So you'll probably see me use those color combos a lot. I didn't really realize this till after I made the video. I was actually so anxious making this video that I didn't want to talk over it. So I put way too much paint down here, but I'm still going to have my like make it work moment. So there's the purple, there's the orange, and you know, I tend if I leave the lids off, the paint dries out. So that's me reminding myself and you to put those lids back on. Keep, you know, be nice to your paint, be nice to your brushes, or not. Get crappy ones from Goodwill and just run them into the ground. It doesn't really matter. You could probably do this with, you know, Kool-Aid and some Q-tips if you were desperate to make art. Um, but right now we're just taking all our anxiety, all our intense feelings, and we're putting them onto a canvas. Okay, so this is the part where I go to look for my brush.
Hit the subscribe button.
All right, and I found my brush. I think it's called a shaper. I just call these angle brushes, but you know, I just never know what I'm doing. Please feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm open to change and input. We're gonna get this nice and wet. Alright. Get the paintbrush nice and wet. Dab a little bit, but I really kind of want it wet. Really soaked. And then just start going back and forth. Up and down. Just smear the paint around. No rhyme or reason, right? The whole point of anxiety art is to put paint across the canvas and try to enjoy the process. Try to snap out of that, like, everything's fucked mentality and just smear some paint on a canvas. It feels good. Especially if you're painting over an old canvas like I am. It's so nice to just be like, you know what? That thought wasn't good. I'm not into it. And we're covering it up. We're trying something new. We're open to change. We're taking trash and making it treasure. Or crap. We'll see at the end. The cool thing about acrylic paint is you can always paint over it. I say this a million times, not a day, but in my life, to my kids, to everyone. It doesn't matter what you paint. You can paint over it. You can paint black over white, white over black. If this doesn't become a masterpiece, it'll be a pretty sweet background for another idea. Maybe it'll spawn one of my greatest ideas ever. Who knows? All I know is right now I'm not thinking about being anxious. I'm thinking about orange paint and how cool it feels to smear it across the paint. To smear it across the canvas. Yeah. It is important to me when I'm making art that I go over like the edge of the canvas, at least kind of over to the side. If you really cover that kind of curve, you'll be so stoked when you're finishing the painting and painting the sides black and you have a nice overlap of that paint coming from the front. Or you can use this color on the sides. You can do whatever you want. There's no rules of the anxiety art. It's just have fun. And I just thought, if I just give you this basic method of putting 3 colors on a canvas, laying it flat on the ground or on a flat surface or on a table, and just smearing those colors individually and then attempting to smear them together. And basically, just after you've done this, I've done this 1,000 times. I've made anxiety art between commissions or when I just I don't know what to paint. So I'll just grab a canvas that needs to get painted over and I'll start painting over it. Ooh, cool. I can't tell yet if this is going to become like mega mud or if I'm getting some cool shapes in here. But I kind of do like how it's smearing. Get a lot of water on there. Yeah, see, I'm just getting it really wet. That way you can smear it and smash it and drip it. And for me with abstract art, I just keep darting my eye around it. Whatever part looks unfinished, I just do something there. It could be incorrect or correct or whatever. Look at all that huge puddle of water. I don't care. I'm going to make it work. Smear it around. All right, this is another thing I do too when I'm making abstracts. Vertical and horizontal lines. You see a part on the painting you don't like, just start doing those for no reason. Just do them. Just make something happen at that spot. Your eye thinks something needs to happen. Make something happen. Right or wrong, just go for it. Yeah. I'm actually kind of like really kind of digging where this is starting to go. The colors are they're not exactly true to life, but I'm going to work on the lighting to make that real. And then you notice this whole thing is just done with one paintbrush. I'm barely washing it and barely wiping it off. I'm just smearing those colors and trying to restrain myself before it actually goes to complete mud or mess. Just take the brush and do things with it. Smear it, tap it. You want purple in the if you want purple in the top, grab some from the bottom and move it up there. You think the bottom needs a little hit of orange? Grab the orange, put it down there. It doesn't look good, wipe it out with your finger. There's really no rules here. The whole rule is we're covering this entire canvas with paint. We're taking a minute for ourselves to make some art, even though we didn't feel like it or we were completely resisting it because we're borderline insane. And here we are. We turned an old canvas that we didn't like into something really pretty. And I love that little purple dot. Why not? Little yellow dot there. Anyways, I had fun making this anxiety art with you guys. And like I said, I'm going to get better at lighting. I'm going to work on it. I really want a microphone. If you guys know what mics are good for YouTubing, I mean making content, tell me what kind of mic I should get. I kind of like think the headphone kind with the little like Janet Jackson like control in the front. I like kind of want that, but maybe I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Anyways, thank you for coming to episode 1 of Anxiety Art. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Tell me your 3 favorite colors. And the next abstract art I make, I'll use those 3 colors. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I paint through every emotion. It's just part of my life. I'm emotional and I like to make art. But I'm not going to let it get in the way. I'm going to use it as fuel. I'm going to make weird stuff. Put the weird feelings into the weird art. So thank you so much for tuning in. Okay? Thanks.